Hi, I'm Max James.
And I'm Scott Cooper.
And today with us we got another special guest.
His name is
Seth Fuzesi.
And his main goal in life is
Butt sex.
yes. Alright, now one of the topics we usually talk about with fellow guests here is
New guest.
New guest, I guess you want to put it that way. If you want to be fucking correct on the shit.
I will hold it to.
Is what moment in your life solidified you officially becoming a nerd? Because, okay, we'll answer this first one. Are you a nerd?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay. Because we've had some people on the show who said they weren't nerds, even though, well,
And it turned out to be, and they are.
they are a nerd.
Who did that?
They shall remain nameless. He's texting you at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
And, yeah, and anyways,
Douchebag.
what moment in your life just completely was like, holy shit, like, no matter what I do for the rest of my life, I'm a nerd.
What do you think about it? I remember, I would guess, I'm just going to go with the first one that came into my head. Not really any special. I used to play video games early as a kid. I feel like that should be just...
So the video games kind of led. It was the gateway.
Yeah, I would play Super a lot, and I would play a lot of adventure games. And during this time, like when I wouldn't play these games, I would be imagining like my real life to be the video game, like. And I would imagine when I would wake up or have dreams, I'd be sleeping having dreams of like being into a game or something. I'd wake up and be like, man, I wish I was there. Shit. It's just then I was like, holy shit, I'm a fucking nerd because I wanted to be in the video game.
Yeah. Have you had like a recent moment in which, or is it just your everyday life now?
You just nerded out.
You just nerded out.
Or had a nerdgasm.
What?
Nerdgasm.
I mean, yeah, like what's I guess what's a moment where just what's like maybe a video game or a movie that you just fucking lose your mind over, like you geek the fuck out, like you go crazy over.
You know, like on like with Clerks and Kevin Smith movies.
Like I'm with Batman, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
The one like the
one thing that you're like,
Anything that has to do with zombies.
I agree with that. I can.
Anything that has to do with zombies.
I can vouch for that.
I have a nerdgasm every time I fucking play Nazi zombies. Anytime I fucking play Resident Evil, who I kill zombies.
Speaking of that, would you like to announce how far you got by yourself?
On the Nazi zombies,
Yeah.
I got to level 47 by myself on Kino der Toten, the theater level on Black Ops, and it took 6 hours to get there.
He did it. I was there.
I have somewhat of proof on my phone of level 40 on a picture, but I ended up just dying from
I think
stupidity,
I think
exhaustion.
I think you yourself died before your character.
I was just a fucking corpse.
I mean, it was just
playing the game.
You were drained. Who could blame you though?
My adrenaline was pumping the entire time though. Like my body, the jolts of energy was keeping my body moving, but I was just like.
So I mean, it was a crazy night. It was a crazy night.
It was a crazy night. We were in this fucking room.
Yeah. So what have you been playing lately? Because you play video games.
Dead Space, and
One or two?
Two. Dead Space 2. Sorry. A little bit of Zombie Apocalypse and Call of Duty here recently.
Call of Duty. So on Dead Space 2, I've reviewed Dead Space 2 in the past, and I gave it a perfect rating. I gave it a 10 out of 10.
I thought you were going to read.
Well, I did Dead Space 2, I'll give single player a 10 out of 10. Multiplayer, I'm going to give that maybe like a 5 out of 10.
Why do you give it a 5 out of 10?
Because it's fun, but it's not fleshed out as it should be.
What do you think it should be?
I honestly think it should be human versus human, with necromorphs just fucking thrown in there.
See, I love the way it's set up because it's more like a good versus evil. And I even love that even though the necromorphs are weaker,
yeah,
they have a faster spawn point depending on which one you pick. If you pick like the lurker, it's going to be.
To be honest, I have the exact opinion on what people think. More people think that if you're on the human side, you just totally destroy necromorph. That's not true at all.
No.
Necromorphs, I've always had a better shot of winning over the humans because you have to, as a human team, you have to be you have to think of it as a team.
Yeah.
It's real team based. So I must give it a 5 out of 10 because the fact that I can't ever get any good, decent people, so I really don't have any decent matches where I can just be like, oh wow, you know.
See, I've played somewhat of decent people. I was actually playing with my brother and one of his buddies. His name was Wild Beast. I've never really talked to him. He's from Florida, but he's like level 40. and
Oh,
he
really?
was fucking raping the shit.
Yeah.
And he's really good at the game, and I love multiplayer. I love the way it's set up, and I'll respect the opinion you used to give it a 5, which there's always room for improvement in games,
Yeah.
but
Well,
I love the way that they handled it.
It felt like something that was tacked on last minute to get it to sell well.
Probably.
I don't think you need it for that game though. That's
no,
why.
Not at all. But I did love that. I mean, even though there's no achievements for it, there's no special. Oh my God, you're fucking awesome because you got the highest level in Dead Space 2 multiplayer. No, I love it just because it's pure. Well, you know what? I've played the single player a lot, but let's see what multiplayer is like. And it's fun to kind of interact with people who also play Dead Space.
But you see, that's why I don't take it away from that. Like I consider it a bonus aspect of the actual purchase.
So do you think it should be more downloadable content, or it should be within the game?
Well, that one thing I'm really upset about that is the fact they released that new, isn't it called Severed?
Yeah.
I don't like DLC for games because it's too soon. I think DLC should be released like 6 months after.
At least. Like the week or the month of.
Yeah, and it's just like, come on, I mean, I realize it's like $6, maybe $7,
but then but we're kind of average gamers though. But there's hardcore gamers out there that beat the game within like 30 hours.
I beat the game in the first week technically. But,
I mean, there's people who just sit there and just play and play.
I sit there when I have time. When I have time to play it.
I mean, nobody, no job, no career
people will
aspects.
stay up all night, beat it in one sitting.
Yeah, I've done that, but
I've done it before to a video game before.
Yeah, me too.
I did that with Final Fantasy IX.
But it's the same person.
3 days straight, staying up. That was the worst thing I've ever done to my body.
Okay, my question: what's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie?
Yeah.
So far, or just recently?
All time.
Of all time, I can't say all time.
No one can.
No one can because it's almost like music. It's almost like saying, "Oh, well, what's your favorite type of music?" I'm in different moods for stuff sometimes. Like I guess different waves.
Fine, and watch the movie that you'll never quit liking.
That I watched any time in my life.
It's like if you go home right now, you can pop it in and not.
And it won't seem old, and it won't seem
dated, or
it's timeless. It'll stay with you forever.
Yeah, there you go.
Like it's that one movie that's like, no matter what you just seen, you can pop that fucker in and be like, oh damn it.
It's like
This
mine
movie
is like
gets
Chasing
me.
Amy. I'll put it in easily.
I've been actually watching this recently. It's the I've seen it as a little kid, but it's the one that just comes to my head first. It'd be The Labyrinth with
Really?
David Bowie and Jennifer Connelly.
I've actually never answered the question, what would stay with me the rest of my life. The one movie it's The Nightmare Before Christmas.
You mean like before it was all like recognized with the emo crowd, or
before Bam Margera raped it in the asshole.
Oh.
I loved that. I loved that movie, and I mean, I think I
before Hot Topic took it over.
Yeah, it's like God. I went and seen that in theaters. I loved that movie. It didn't do good in theaters. I was probably one of like the 3 people to see it in theaters, with my dad and my mom.
I thought it did pretty good. I think it did.
They didn't do great by any standards, but DVD sales or VHS sales at the time just blew everything out of the water. But that's one of the movies I enjoy. But I think going along with Labyrinth, it's one of those movies that really inspire like another world. You know what I mean? And as a kid, when you watch something as a kid, that's what you want. When you grow up, you want to be. Like for instance, you want to be in the Labyrinth. You want to do that. I mean, you can't really say the same thing for The Night Before Christmas. I mean, but at the same time, you're like, I want to go to Halloween Town. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
That's the I mean, because when you're little, you're scared of things like that, but at the same time, you're like, that's awesome.
It's intriguing.
Yeah. And then when you grow older, you're like, I wish I had that innocence as a child again. Instead, now I'm just this fucking creepy adult who likes little kid shit.
Who watches cartoons?
Yeah. I love cartoons.
I'll
watch cartoons.
Funny. The first time I'm like, that and Flapjack are the 2 shows that I just...
Have you need to watch, it's Adventure Time with Finn and
I was
Jake.
actually on before regular show, and that was pretty funny.
These new cartoons that are coming out are really, and just for kids, are really pushing the boundaries now.
Yeah.
And they have that Mad cartoon, which is...
I seen the commercial, and it was like,
God.
Mad TV will be on next.
Yeah, it's like the... you ever read Mad Magazine?
Yeah, they have Spy versus Spy.
Yeah, it's pretty hilarious. Like they have, like Build-A-Bear. They had a skit on there called Build-A-Beaver, and it was Usher building a beaver.
That's funny as hell.
Yeah, I mean it's just like it's comedy like that I really like. It's like a simple, basic, stupid comedy, but it works because it's effective. I mean, I go off on a tangent, I guess. You know what I mean?
So what's the movie that scared you the most?
In my whole life.
Yeah. The one that really stuck with you.
Does he not have anything?
I do.
He's stumped.
I do too.
Well, you have one?
Yeah.
Movie that scared you the most?
It was the last movie that scared me.
Not really.
And it's not even in my movie collection.
Because it's that scary?
No, because I haven't. Because my dad has it.
What is it?
It's the epic classic. Jurassic Park.
Oh, when you were little.
Yeah. That was the last movie that scared me.
The last movie to make you jump, or the last movie to actually... Oh, God, I don't know if I can watch the rest of this.
Nah, just like...
I got it.
Okay.
Well, I thought about it. I know it sounds like kind of like cliche because we're all into this movie, you know, especially Max. But the one that really sticks out that I was scared shitless of, my parents made me watch. They're like, okay, Connor and Seth, you guys are gonna sit down and watch this movie because we had to watch this movie when we were kids, and you're gonna or when it came out and it was scary as fuck. You guys have to watch it. It was Evil Dead 1 and 2. We watched them both in the same night.
Oh, really?
Have you seen them?
I've seen Evil Dead. I've not seen Evil Dead 2.
Oh, man.
I've seen Evil Dead because Austin made me sit down and watch it one day. He's like, you gotta check this out. And I was
What's your favorite Evil Dead movie? Because I know it's like, we quote all of them. One.
I prefer Army of Darkness.
I prefer 2.
I prefer...
I like them both, personally, because Army of Darkness was the first one I'd seen of the series. It's the one that we had on VHS.
I love Army of Darkness because it's so over the top. Like, they're all over the top in their way because it's Bruce Campbell. Also, we also need to make a sign up. My Name is Bruce is really, really awesome as well.
It is. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, but I guess that's a different, not even a different genre. You could say that's almost Evil Dead 4. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, just Bruce Campbell brought to real life, which he's the same exact damn character, except he's more whiny.
He's more whiny and washed up.
Yeah. But he knows he's washed up, so he admits to it.
He's like a piece of shit.
Yeah. So you're saying Evil Dead is the movie that you really...
Scared fucking shitless.
And then you're saying
that movie makes me cringe.
What, Evil Dead?
Yeah. The pencil scene is just nuts.
It is.
So, see that? Yeah, because it's like when she pops out of the cellar door and just stabs her in the ankle with
and she it shows a scene where it's like, and then it turns away to the face, and then it comes back to her grinding.
Yeah, just
into the fucking ankle.
Oh, I love the raping trees.
Yes.
Yeah, the raping trees. I'm like, wow, for the 80s, that's hot.
For a couple seconds, I think she likes it.
She does. She gives off an intriguing moan in that, which I thought was really kind of a, oh man, I can get into this.
Yeah.
No. I don't know if I have a movie where I really got scared. I mean,
fine. What movie made you cringe?
What movie makes me cringe, or
like honestly, God makes you cringe, like oh my god.
Hell.
Not an oh my god moment, just like.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to cringe at Human Centipede, but I found myself to be a twisted, sick fuck because I kind of enjoyed it.
Because we know there's humor leading up to the movie.
Yeah, I mean.
Because if we've never seen the movie, we've probably been like a different story.
I'm trying to think of a movie that really made me cringe, and honestly, I don't.
I mean, like any of the Saw movies or anything.
No, Saw movies don't make me cringe. I just like every time I watch a Saw movie, I'm like, motherfucker, all you had to do is open that goddamn door. Motherfucker, the key was right there. Why don't you all go at once? Like I watched Saw 5, like the part where like they show the hand. You know what I mean? Like, have you seen Saw 5?
I've seen them all.
Yeah, where they have to stick their hand to the saw right there.
Oh yeah.
You know, and like he pulls it out, and it's like, oh my god, he sawed all the way through. When really all you had to do was just like, oh, a little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit there. Which is like stupidity.
But it required. With that part, it was like
it's blood. I know.
More required blood.
Yeah, but if you had all 5 people, like if you work together as a team, you know, work together. But that's beside the point.
But they didn't realize that.
Yeah, movie that makes me cringe every time I watch it. I haven't watched it. Avatar.
We've already discussed.
I'm just saying, it's a shitty movie that I don't want to watch. How about any movie with fucking movie that makes me cringe.
Maybe Twilight.
No, not Twilight. It's the one with Jamie Kennedy in it.
Malibu Most Wanted.
Most Wanted. I cringe because his acting is absolutely terrible.
No, and I'm not talking about that kind of cringe moment.
You're talking about just like I have to turn my head away.
Kind of cringe.
Yeah, like ours is like the pencil
people who usually watch Saw, that kind of cringe.
I don't have a cringe moment though.
Not even like in like Hostel where he cuts the Achilles.
No,
I thought that was like.
No, I mean like I don't have a cringe like. I've seen really bad moments like, there'll be not even moments I'll be like, that's fucked up. I think maybe the only moments I really ever cringe are when it involves a child or a baby.
So it's like, kind of thing, like Pet Sematary when the kid gets hit by the semi. Does that happen?
Well, not that per se,
yeah.
But maybe something like in not. I can't really. I would say like the last time I ever really cringed at something. It's not even a movie. It was a video game.
Okay.
It was Dante's Inferno. And what's funny is the babies on Dead Space 2 don't bother me, but the babies on Dante's Inferno do. Where he's just like completely fucking annihilating the babies with his gigantic scythe and everything.
I'm surprised they actually have babies.
Yeah, and like they're whining and they're crying, and it's just like, that's fucked up. Like that's one thing that just makes me go, don't do that. Just like anytime it involves a baby, it's just like that's mean. That's just something I can't stand. I can't really name a movie though. Okay. I did like. I love blood and guts. Machete was awesome.
That's not really a bloody movie though.
That's bloody. Come on.
No, I've seen bloodier movies.
Well, everybody's seen a bloodier movie, but that's a bloody movie.
Not really.
Had a walkout.
But that's not. Okay, he swung from a window.
Exactly with his guts.
But there was no blood in that part.
Guts. It's the idea of it.
Gore.
Yeah, that's different.
A chick pulls a cell phone under her vagina.
That's just lowbrow humor, right there.
I thought it was great. I think it was a sound effect sold that. It's like the. I thought it was hot. I'd make a collect call on her vagina.
Oh God.
I've never had a cringe moment. Well, I have, but they don't stick out as much for me to say like, oh, well, I had a cringe moment. I know I had that.
Okay.
I just can't pinpoint which movie.
I'm just saying, just like what movie made you cringe? That's what I was just asking.
The Thing made me cringe a little bit.
Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell, yes, the new one. The Thing from Another Planet, the black and white, the newer one.
There was a couple moments in that movie. And it was like, oh my God, like when he did the defibrillator and the chest opened up and bit his hands off.
I'm trying to think of really sick, gory moments, but after you've watched a Saw movie or a Hostel movie, you've seen almost.
Nah, I don't really. There's always other.
I know there's like. Oh! I can name one cringe moment when I was little. I can name one cringe moment. I was watching Blade. It's where the fat-ass zombie. Or not zombie. Fat-ass vampire.
You mean Pearl?
Pearl, yeah. He gets, like, fried. Like, they fry him with a UV light. Yeah. His body is just burnt. And, like, this fat son of a bitch vampire just going, like that. Like, he's just going like that. And you're just like, that's just fucking gross. Like, that's just one thing that's just like, God damn, it's like a burnt marshmallow fuck. This is disgusting. Like, if I showed you a picture of me, you'd be like, that's nasty. Or if we show you a picture of that one chick that was trying to eyeball me at Walmart, then I'll cringe on that.
Fuck.
Yeah. God.
Wonderful singing skills.
Yeah. Alright, well, next question.
Next question. So, Seth, since you're a zombie fan.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm asking?
No.
What's your favorite zombie moment? I know you've seen quite a few.
Now, this could be in a movie, or a video game, or a
zombie moment,
or just like any moment, or a TV show.
I don't think we've asked this question, so it's like we could.
Zombie movie. I'm just gonna say my favorite zombie movie is Dawn of the Dead, the original.
Okay.
Because that is the first movie that when I was little and my parents rented it, they were like, "Dude, you guys gotta watch this movie." We turned it on, and the beginning, first 5-10 seconds, the music scared the living shit out of me with the noises and like the.
Was it the goblin? Is that the?
No, it was at the beginning where they're in the TV station.
Oh.
Shows the picture.
Oh,
of the
I was talking about
credits.
Yeah.
That song that was playing, and just it was like the older. It was VHS.
Oh, and
of course it was like the '60s, like the or '70s or '60s, really fucking cheesy, like coloring, the Technicolor kind of shit.
Yeah.
It just creeped me out, and I was like, we got to turn this off now. We got to turn it off. We got to turn. I made my parents turn it off because I didn't want to watch it until the next night, and I finally watched it, and it gave me nightmares for a few nights. But I loved it. I'm an avid fucking. Oh, I love Dawn of the Dead. I just love it.
What's your zombie moment? I mean, we know your favorite movie is Dawn of the Dead, but is there like a zombie moment? It's like, oh my, it just like stands out. Like mine is in Day of the Dead when they tear the dude in half and he's yelling out and choke on him.
He's what?
He's when Bud shoots I can't think of his name. Shoots one of the military officers and he shoots him and he backs into the like a door and it's just nothing but zombies and you can actually see him tearing in half and he's like choke on him.
See, in that movie, my favorite zombie scene was when that guy was still alive and the zombies were tearing him apart. They rip his head off and he's screaming and it stretches his vocal cords.
Yeah.
And his pitch, it's like gets higher. It was
That's
creepy
great
as fuck.
detail. That's great.
It was
detail,
awesome, dude.
That movie is that's a gory movie.
It is.
Day of the Dead?
It's like it's a wonderful sequel, quote unquote sequel. Yeah. And it is gorier.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite of the trilogy right there, of that original trilogy. Yeah. It's my favorite of that original trilogy. But I would say, like, my favorite, like I said before, my favorite actual zombie movie is the remake of Dawn of the Dead.
Ooh, not mine. I liked it, but it just.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked it because Zack Snyder did it justice, but.
I'm a new age modern fan of modern things. I mean, I understand the significance of keeping a great thing great.
Yeah, no, I totally.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm like, I want that new shit. Like, I want them to take all the old great movies and make them good ones. I mean,
some of them just need to be left alone.
Like,
yeah, and like Escape from New York.
Oh no, they
remade that.
They're going to.
Oh no.
Yeah, see, that movie should be left alone.
Well, okay, think of it this way, this perspective. Okay.
Even though they have
Thing from Another Planet, black and white, was a good movie. I watched that recently. It was a good movie. It's black and white.
Yeah.
It's a really old time movie. But it's really good. I enjoyed it. You know, it's more about plant creatures and they kill the creature in the end. It's not a big deal. It has a completely different story.
They electrocute them,
I don't see the problem with remaking a movie.
But the new one,
I don't either.
A movie of its own.
Yeah, but see, like when the remake actually can stand alone, it may have a different.
I think the remake of Dawn of the Dead can stand alone.
You can, but I'm just we're like us. It's like fans of the original are like. When we first heard about it, I was like,
See, I'm always a little skeptical on a remake, even back.
Well,
in the
have you seen the Day of the Dead remake?
We won't even fucking touch
Don't
it.
touch. No.
Okay.
With
Ving
Rhames?
Nick Cannon in it.
Don't touch it.
Well, I seen that and I was like, okay, I'm not even gonna watch it.
Don't they have like puking zombies
Well, I mean,
in it?
when they did Dawn of the Dead, remake, I was like, awesome. I loved the original Dawn of the Dead was like, a good movie, but the remake to me is just like, it captures like the new, like I said, the new age stuff.
It puts what.
And then when I seen the redoing Day of the Dead,
yeah, you kind of had your hopes.
I was like, oh my gosh, we're in the Saw generation. Day of the Dead was gory. Day of the Dead was my favorite of them. And then now we get to Day of the Dead remake by the same guy who did, he did a terrible movie, I know that, and then they gave him this movie. Like, his last movie was in the 80s, and it was terrible, and they gave him this movie, and it was like, dick.
Okay.
Absolute dick.
What's your favorite book adaptation into a movie?
Oh, he's being stupid.
Okay. Fine, we'll just keep talking about.
Well, I mean, what was your favorite zombie moment?
This is mine. I have it. Oh, mine was the dude getting pulled in half.
My favorite's in The Walking Dead, the horse.
Well, the horse getting eaten.
The horse getting eaten.
But a horse gets eaten in Survival of the Dead as well.
Well, it's different because it's the build up of the horse. You get what I'm saying? Like, he gets the horse, and like it's just like, all right, and then that scene going into Atlanta, he's like, oh well, Atlanta's supposed to be a safe zone. And as soon as he goes in there, he has a bag of guns and he's on a horse, and the zombies just take his horse. And for network TV to show that horse pretty much being destroyed, like all of its guts flying in the air and everything, I thought that was a great moment in zombie history.
Zombie history.
Zombie history, right there. I think that is special. I think that's important.
For a TV series.
For a TV series, yeah.
Very gory for TV. I did love the fact that they actually ripped the fucking horse.
Yeah, that was just like awesome.
Was
on the first episode.
That pissed off PETA. That pissed off everybody who likes horses. I mean, every country singer was like, "God damn it, they killed the horses."
And also it's a very low-key, not well-known movie. It's an older movie. It's a '70s movie by an Italian director. His name was Lucio Fulci, and it's actually the premise. This movie is the premise of what they're basing off of the game,
Dead
Island.
Yeah.
It's called Zombie 2.
I've
not seen Zombie 1. But Zombie 2 is an epic. It's really corny, and the music's really like.
Is that the scene where the girl gets pulled into the?
Yeah, the scene where the girl gets pulled into the.
I borrowed it off you.
Yeah, my sister lost it, so I don't have it anymore. But it is.
They got a new edition out of it on DVD. It's like 2 discs.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that would be amazing. I just wanted to put that out there on the podcast. That movie is fucking awesome. When I found.
Oh, that's another cringe moment. Is when she. It's like.
Yes.
I forgot.
Yes.
That's a good one. Like, have you seen that movie?
What, Zombie 2?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. It's really.
Okay, well, before this, Lucio Fulci. I have another movie about him. Or it's called. I forget what it's called. But he has a thing for eye gouging.
Yeah.
Just keep that in mind. He has.
This is 70s eye gouging too, right?
But this
is a good one.
Dude, this is the best fucking eye gouging scene that they could have done. This is like before anybody's time that they have done this. This is just
like the scene in
nice.
Hostel. This has nothing on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I like this one better.
Dude, it looks almost real. Like literally, it looks like her eyes getting gouged
like
out.
this, like I think that this girl who's like just like running around the house by herself, and a zombie gets into the house, and she ends up getting trapped in a bedroom.
Yeah.
And the zombie breaks through the door, but it splinters.
Yeah, he punches through the top part of the door.
Yeah.
Where the top part just kind of splinters out.
And he grabs her and
by the hair.
Yeah, and just like slowly pulling her into the splinter of the door, and it's just like her eye. It's just like, and it shows her getting like gouging.
Yeah, it's literally the camera shows it like this close to her eye.
Yeah, and it's just like
within like a centimeter of apart.
It's great.
Space.
Damn.
Yeah, it's like when I first watched it, it's like, oh my god.
And even better when she's at a doctor's house. She's married to a doctor on this island, and then she's at the doctor's island house by herself. There's no one there because he's taking care of people in this village. Well, when these people come, because they find a zombie, they're like, oh, let's investigate this island, or let's investigate where this came from, or whatever, on some island, because somebody's missing. So they're looking for.
Because the movie opens on a boat, don't it?
Yeah.
With a zombie head in it, or something like that.
Yeah. And so the doctor's like, okay, we'll take this van, or take this Jeep, my house is all the way down there, my wife should be there, you just chill there for a while. Well, they go there, they walk into the house, there are 3 zombies in there, chewing on her. Okay, the woman is in a corner, and her leg is eaten off. It's like it's pointed stub, like they've been gnawing on it for hours, and she has like an arm off, like right here, and the rest of her body's just like limp. There's fucking blood everywhere. It's an amazing scene.
And it's like a good movie. It's like the less zombies is the better, practically.
Oh, I see what you mean.
It's like one zombie just killed like one person off easily.
Yeah.
It's like Paxton.
It's not giving you like hordes and hordes of zombies. It's giving you like, these are zombies. Good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sounds like
I love the poster for the movie.
I haven't seen.
That gives you like.
It's like one of the maggot written ones.
Okay, yeah, I've seen it. It was on the cover at Spotlight Video. I used to see it as a kid. I didn't know what it was. I was like, oh, Zombie 2, what's that? I was always kind of interested, but I remember seeing the cover where it had maggots all over.
I just remembered the one movie that actually scared me as a child, and still kind of freaks me out to this day, just because of the. It's Nosferatu, or what it's called?
Nosferatu.
Nosferatu, yes.
He's coming over, by the way.
Okay. Nosferatu.
Tell him to park in front of you.
You've seen it, haven't you?
Yeah, the old black and white with pointy ears.
The old black and white, the first Dracula.
See, that movie should be remade.
that movie, and you keep it silent.
No, keep him silent.
Okay, you keep him silent, but
You know what I mean. Don't let the
Have
villain
you ever
say
seen
anything.
that?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, the original black and white
It's
film.
yeah, because it's really creepy. He comes out of that coffin.
I think the best scene is when he It's actually two great scenes in that movie that just set this like goosebumps down my spine. Is the one where he looks out when he's in his bedroom when he's in the castle. He looks out and he sees him. The guy's name who plays him is Max Schreck. Is the guy's name who plays him, and he's just sitting at that damn table. He's just sitting at that table, and that makeup for that time was just awesome. You know, he's just looking at him, and it's just like, oh god damn, you know. It's like, cause you feel like, oh shit, why are you still there? Get out of there! Get out of the house! You know. And the other one is it lives forever in infamy. The one where he cast his shadow over the door. Just that you cast that shadow.
Some of those movies just can't be beat.
Yeah, it's just like that. It's those scenes right there. Like you watch it now, you probably won't get that freaked out about it. But I mean, you watch it as a little kid. There's no sound other than that great score, that orchestra music. And you get that, and I mean, it's a bit silly. You're like, why is there no words? But the fact that he doesn't say a thing, the fact that his character is silent, just makes it so much better. I mean, also, I think one of the best scenes when she's looking out her window and she sees him just looking at her, and it's just like, oh my gosh. But I mean, vampire, different than zombies, But I mean, that's my favorite. That's my favorite scary movie of all time. My favorite vampire movie.
In a weird way, the silence almost makes the movie louder.
I know, yeah.
It's like the original, the movie with Liam Neeson in it, and they all go to the mansion, and Luke Wilson's in it. Owen Wilson's in it, and he gets his head cut off by the fluke in the.
It's not a John Carpenter's vampires movie.
No, I'm just thinking. I'm making this. Oh, whatever. There's a reason to why I'm saying this. It's like, Haunted or whatever. I can't even think of it.
Haunting and
No, it's
House on Haunted Hill.
no, I can't even think of the movie. It has Liam Neeson in it and Catherine Zeta-Jones in it and all them. Okay, well, anyways, it's a remake, and the original, you don't even see the villain in the movie, so it's nothing but sounds and.
Yeah, see
that's what
I like that, like the silent villain.
You don't see the you don't even see the villain.
That just makes him so much better.
It really lets your imagination build this fucking. Because it's what is around the villain. What makes it creepy is what your imagination can make.
And I think the society we live in now, I think that would even add a bigger edge to that, because now we live in a society where everybody else has their own side of the story, and now you're like, well, what's his deal, Like, I think you make a movie about, like, if you do a Nosferatu remake, or if you do a remake of it, you keep the villain silent, but I think you don't just do a remake, you do like a complete redo. You keep that same character, and you keep him silent, but you have like other stories about him, like other legends about him, leading up to it. And I think that would make that more interesting. And then finally, when the character's revealed, you realize that those stories are completely wrong. He's worse than that. So, I just think stories like that are really intriguing.
But then I hate when the big reveal is terrible.
Well, when the big reveal is terrible, yeah.
And case in point, the Hamiltons.
I've never seen the Hamiltons.
Oh my god, it's part of Horror Fest.
Oh god.
Okay. It was in the same Horror Fest when we went and seen
Dark Ride.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I went and seen another one a couple days later, and the Hamiltons is terrible.
Isn't that the same one that Penny Dreadful came out?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I've seen that one too. Oh my
Okay.
god.
Well, anyways,
they're all terrible.
Okay. Anyways, Dark Ride's the best out of all of that. Isn't it? Okay. Anyways, like the Hamiltons. It's like they are leading this thing to be ungodly looking, and like mangled. That's why I'm getting. It's like he is a beast. He eats people, and I'm like, okay. It's like, yeah, that's awesome. And so it's like, because when they finally reveal this little thing that's hidden in the bottom of the house, and it reveals like it's just some dirty little kid. And it's like
dirty little kid.
I'm not kidding you. It's like the worst. I'm like, really?
Did you see it in theaters?
Yeah, I went and see it in theaters.
Oh.
And so the only reason why I stayed was so I could see what this thing is at the end of the movie, and it's like, oh.
The movie sucked, you say?
Oh, yeah.
Terrible?
Yes.
I didn't think A Penny Dreadful was that bad. I just thought it was very, very predictable.
Yeah.
Dark Ride was too, but it's like
I haven't seen Dark Ride.
I have it.
Yeah,
I had to have it.
Yeah, I've not seen Dark Ride.
I had to have
I seen A Penny Dreadful, and I thought the scene where like
I haven't seen that one.
You haven't seen A Penny Dreadful?
I've seen some of it. and
like I think the very beginning car crash scene is pretty awesome. You know what I mean? I thought that was pretty epic. And like she's like, it's gotta be okay. I'm like,
well,
I don't think you're gonna be fine. but other than that, I think your daughter will be all right. God no, it's like I guess if we can talk about B horror movies, I think that's a good topic. You know, like B horror movies.
That's Evil Dead and all that.
Yeah, but no, Evil Dead is a great B horror movie.
that's in a fucking category.
Yeah,
But
that's cult.
according to Netflix,
It's B.
Yeah.
Well, it's considered B.
Yeah.
It's considered B.
nowadays, and it's more cult status now.
Yeah, it's like up there with Rocky Horror. You know, it's up there and that's
cult
kind of,
status. as well.
yeah. Crappy B movie, B horror movie I've seen recently. It's called Amusement. Seen it maybe about a year or two ago. It's on Netflix if you ever want to check it out. It is actually I take that back. Amusement is terrible, but Simon Says with who played Willard, Crispin Glover.
Yeah.
Crispin Glover or Simon Says with Crispin Glover is absolutely terrible.
One movie that I've yet to see, I want to see. I know it's that dog and his man and his dog.
Boy and his dog.
Yeah, I still want to see that, and it's like, I'm not in the right.
Is that horror?
It's sci-fi. It's everything.
I'm not in the mood yet to watch it. You know, like,
Yeah.
I have to be in a certain mood to watch a movie.
It's
yeah.
everything that Fallout got. I swear to God, it literally is. I mean, they even have.
Because I want to see it.
You know those radioactive ghouls in them?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm pretty sure they implied that they were in there. There was these things that they called, and it's another one of those villains you never see.
Oh,
You
really?
only hear.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, they only refer to them in just this one part of the movie. They're called screamers. And this guy's trying to find this girl because the dog stepped under this house that was buried in the sand or whatever. So they're down there, and there's these guys that have other dogs that are sniffing this chick out too. So there's a gang of people getting ready to rape her. He's like, well, what can we do? And the dog's like, just stay still, and we'll just get out of here so they can rape her. And we'll just leave before we die. He's like, no, I think we can take him. He goes, well, what if I'm going to try and act like a screamer? And he's like, oh god. And so he starts making this wail or whatever, and the guys don't believe it. They just go down there. But later on, when they start fighting him, a real screamer comes, and you can just hear him.
Do you see it or no?
No.
Okay.
And he's creepy. So I think they just implied that he was like some radioactive freak. That's how I kind of took it anyway.
Okay.
And he has this really gurgly, like, crazy scream.
Like a ghoul.
Yeah, like a
Sound.
ghoul would. I mean, it was fucked up. But you just never, it was just an anticipation that I was just like, wow, that is fucking awesome. I want to see it. I want to be in that world. I want to go around it and see more into it because they limit very little.
See, that'd be
into
another
world.
good remake, but it's like if there's one story for that storyline, then they could spin off to go another one.
I think if you do.
If the world's big enough, you know.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, you could do that with Fallout. You know, like that's like you said. That's pretty much what Fallout is. Fallout it's the world has been destroyed by a nuclear war, you know, and now it's everybody has their own story. Everybody can have their own story. I just want to see that world brought to life on the big screen. You know, I just want to see that. I want to like.
And see, I never thought they'd had a movie out there until I'd seen A Boy and His Dog, and it was fucking epic.
Is it? It's good.
It's an old movie. It's like a 70s movie.
Has Don Johnson in it.
Oh really?
It's a fucking good movie.
Like, how long is it?
It's pretty long.
Oh, really?
I think it was like 2 hours. I didn't think it was gonna end.
So I mean, it's story good. Everything about it good.
It's just like it's almost like watching The Passion of the Christ. You're like, wow, this movie doesn't not have a story at all. It's,
oh really?
Yeah, it's just like a small section.
Is that good?
It's good.
Is
It's
that
good. I liked it.
Not the fact it doesn't really have.
It's just like it's like watching a chapter in a book.
I like
One
that.
little chapter.
I like that. I like that. I really do. I like that because that makes you want more. Unfortunately, they didn't give you more, so it's
Yeah.
Then they can
It
always
leads your mind to
reference.
just
They can
believe.
always reference it in the remake or something.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, I haven't seen it. So
I haven't seen it either. We should watch it together and critique it.
I mean, like
They end the movie with the chick that he was going after in the house.
Yeah.
She leads him to this underground facility, basically a vault, and with this underground civilization. Well, he gets out of it, and the girl goes with him because they're like trying to kill them too or whatever, because he's trying to escape. And the dog's like, well, he told the dog to wait out there for him, and I think it had been a couple of days, so the dog was about to die from dehydration and starvation.
Yeah.
Well, they take the girl up there, and he's like, just leave me here and go or whatever. He's like, no, I'm not leaving you. And they eat the girl. They eat her.
Yeah, you told me about that.
And then they walk off and end roll credits. I thought that was fucking awesome. Like, I was like, wow, they really ate her. I was like, that's fucking awesome.
And does it have 50s theme to it?
No, not from what I get. It looks like an old. Looks like
Just
Mad Max era.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Kind of Mad Maxing.
All right.
But the guy, he has a really old gun.
Oh,
It's like, it looks like a muzzle loader.
Sounds like
Or
he
a
needs
really,
to,
a really old World War II rifle.
sounds like he needs to repair. He just needs to.
And like, I don't know, people's clothing is odd. It's really odd. It's almost like a Fallout 3 era, but with old guns and shit, you know.
Yeah. That does sound pretty cool. I might have to check that out sometime.
It's a good movie. I was really intrigued on it.
Oh, well, that just makes me want to play Fallout right now.
But don't read the description on
Netflix.
Netflix because it does not.
Yeah, that's something that
justify.
doesn't even.
Yeah, I know, because you were telling me about that, and you're like,
It said that this guy who's horny goes into this underground facility dominated by women who want his sperm. They make it sound like it's this all woman society, which it's not at all. It's like it's just like a normal
so
society.
you're saying that thing does not match up to that?
No,
movie
not at all.
Okay, well, that's good.
They do
because-
want a sperm. Maybe that's like the only thing, and he's horny.
Yeah. Is he
But-
horny?
He's really. That's all he talks about.
Is
He's
it
like, man, I just want some sex. That's all he wants.
nudity?
Huh?
Nudity in the movie?
No, not really.
Really? How do you think a horny guy?
I think
would
there's
get
some tits in there and some ass, but I can't.
Oh,
Really.
tits and ass. I'm sold.
Nothing gratuitous.
I think.
Well, you can't sit there and tell me you think. You have to know.
Well, he's watching this woman like get dressed.
Fine, if you want to watch Caligula.
What?
Ever seen that?
Caligula?
Yeah.
Like the emperor?
The movie.
Like the Roman emperor? Caligula?
I think so.
That's,
I can't remember.
that's who it should be based off of, because he's like emperor for 9 months, and he had like the biggest orgies ever.
Yeah, that's what all that movie's about.
Yeah, it's just gigantic orgy.
And like when I was watching the review,
He's
on it, it's
my
like blank bars everywhere.
He's like the biggest dick in Roman history, and he's just a master of orgies.
Just minus the orgies.
Yeah, it's just like that's all I need right now is the orgies, and I'll be a reincarnation.
Just give it time, and you're I want to hear it coming from your house, you know.
Orgy. I mean, I think life is not complete until you've had an orgy.
In your front yard.
In your front yard, I don't care. If they want to watch that, that's because they're perverts.
Exactly.
Yeah. I've groped people in front of my house before. Not a big deal.
But it's
I've-
Carlisle.
No, not there in Sullivan.
No,
It's different there. Everybody knows that you did. I was surprised I wasn't on topics.
it's Carlisle.
Scott Cooper gropes a girl in front of our neighbor's house. Oh my gosh, why would you do that? Because I liked it.
I knew you were watching.
It called.
I like it. It kind of adds to extra excitement to it when other people are watching. You know, it kind of adds this like little enjoy what you enjoy. Some people have to pay for this, you know. So I mean, I like that. No, but let's see here. What other questions did we ask? Or are there? Oh, hey, what did you think of Sucker Punch?
I loved it. I fucking
There you
loved it. I was simply blown away. Like when it started, like I was like, "Whoa, this story's a little fucked up at first because I didn't know where it was going." I was a little lost when it was like a fucking brothel / fucking prostitute dance area.
Yeah.
But dude, when she turned on that first thing of music and I heard fucking "Army of Me" by Bjork or whatever you say,
Yeah.
dude, I fucking creamed and I wanted to jump out of my seat, fucking wail, dude. I was excited, and then when they were the best, my height of excitement.
I bet I know what's going.
My height of excitement. They started playing this part. It was the second dance, and fucking, they're in this fucking war scene. It's like a World War II war scene, and they start playing White Rabbit. I freaked out, and then to top the shit off, they were killing Nazi zombies. I was like, what
I
the
know,
fuck?
right?
What the fuck? I was like, oh my god.
Well, the Queen moment.
The Queen moment with the rap, dude. I loved it, dude. We were listening to that. Ashley and I were listening to that on the way here. Like, I love that rap, and it was awesome.
I think that's the only really mainstream song in that one. Is the Queen.
You could do the opening song.
But no. You know what I mean? Like actual, like
actual.
White Rabbit's pretty famous too.
yeah. But I mean, like songs you would actually hear on the radio.
Yeah.
More than one.
I would listen to this on the radio. I thought that was a really awesome version of that.
But I don't listen to the radio that much.
I don't listen to the radio that much either, but I listened to it. That was on the radio. I listened to the radio if it was on there. I liked it. I enjoyed it.
But I don't hear that much Manx on the radio anyway.
Oh, okay. I see how you are. No, I mean, I like we said, we loved the movie. For those out there who didn't love the movie, you're a dumbass. Pure and simple. If you didn't get the movie, if you didn't get it, if you didn't quite understand it, this is pretty much the movie in a nutshell.
No, we can't talk about this movie no more. We've already talked about it.
Well, I mean, I just wanted to give a basic synopsis. That's
We already did.
did we?
In the other one.
Oh, watch
You
that.
did, yeah, just tell them to refer to that one.
Refer to that one, watch that one, and then maybe you'll understand. If not, give me a message and I'll just call you a dumbass. Take that. But let's see. What?
Huh?
Did you say butt sex? That's nice. That's always a
Fine. What's the movie? Oh yeah, we haven't asked them this. What movie do you hate the most? I mean, just like
it could be one you haven't even watched, and there's a reason why you won't watch
yeah.
it.
See, like mine's The Blind Side. His is Avatar.
See, and I actually like both of them movies. They were my favorite movies, but I did like Avatar for its CGI effects, and I like The Blind Side for sentimental reasons that I happen to play football, and I thought that
Sandra Bullock was hot.
Sandra Bullock was really fucking hot. Sorry, Ashley.
It's just like.
There's a lot of things I would just do to that.
I refuse to watch that
I
movie.
would rip her fucking. I would pussy. I would just take my.
I mean,
I would pussy her. That's nice.
I would pussy
You hear
that
that,
bitch.
Ashley?
Okay.
You would pussy her.
Okay, continue with your story.
But I am thinking of a movie,
Between 1 and 10.
and it's all no. I'm trying to think of a really good movie that's just so terrible that I just could not watch.
Oh yeah, mine was also Corpse Bride.
Oh yeah, you had 2 minutes.
I didn't like
I
that
haven't really seen it or
I
really.
fucking hate that movie too, so it's okay.
It wasn't bad. I didn't think it was bad in my opinion. But one that was really one I don't want to see what we talked about this new Dawn of the Dead. I won't even touch it.
Oh, Day of the
This
Dead.
Nick Cannon just told me I was terrible.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck this. Those 8 movies to die for were terrible.
Some of
I'm trying to fucking think.
Yeah,
Really-
let's do a mainstream movie. You know what I
Really
mean?
terrible movie.
Like it could be a movie that you watched and was like, oh my god, that was fucking just.
What's that movie that we watched on May 29th?
What? See No Evil?
See No Evil.
it.
Terrible,
I knew it.
terrible
As soon as he said
fucking
May, it's like,
movie.
Yeah.
Dude, and
Well-
I was hurting so bad from ball pain, from testicle pain, that I even thought I was really disappointed. I could actually focus on the movie and say that it was fucking terrible.
Well, you know whose fault that was while we ended up seeing that movie, right? Yours.
Why?
Because what was the original movie we were gonna go see?
I don't know.
X-Men, X2 United. Somebody.
Really?
Somebody had went and gone and seen it 3 or 4
I
days
wouldn't have
prior.
fucking cared. You guys were like, well, he's already seen it. We can't watch it now.
I mean,
No,
I don't like.
I
Seeing
said-
I don't like seeing movies that other people see.
No,
See? It's his fault.
no.
Like him.
No, there's more people than that.
I said I didn't care. I wanted to see X-Men too, but you know, I go, hey, it's whatever Spencer wants, and
It's his birthday.
Yeah, Spencer wanted to see X2, but somebody like 2 or 3 of you said, well, we don't want to see a movie that Seth's already seen. And it's just like, oh my god, let's just go see a scary movie.
But-
But chose See No Evil. God,
God, that was terrible. Terrible.
I loved how predictable it was.
What movie were we? Ashley, what movie were we watching recently? That writer chick fucking killed all those hick people.
Oh, I know what
The
you're talking
writer?
about.
What?
Yeah,
I
this
seen
writer
a
bitch,
preview for that.
like completely brutal all these people.
Are you talking about that one with the cop in it and
Yeah,
everything?
the cop and they like rape her and shit.
That guy's on a soap opera.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I know we watched it. I know we
Is it I Spit on Your Grave? Is that one it?
That's it. Yeah.
I spit on your grave, and it wasn't you. I was with James. I was with James C. I don't know why. I always watch a lot of movies with you, so that's why. Dude,
Oh, you're lucky.
I love those death scenes. Best death scenes in a
I
long
heard it was
time.
really good.
It was
I
really
mean,
good.
besides what you told me.
Yeah.
That sounds like maybe one that I might.
No, dude, it
It
was.
looks really good.
The death scenes were really awesome. Like, she really gets it back. Like,
Well,
I don't
that's
even care about the story. I just like those fucking death scenes.
Oh. Last House on the Left.
I actually liked it.
I did. I love that movie. And
I hate movies where, like, I'm so intrigued in it that I'm just intensified. I'm like, come on, kick the rest, come on. It
Yeah.
pisses me off because they don't do what I want them to do.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, at the
yeah.
end, it's great.
Yeah.
But I hate that movie is so implausible when it starts when the microwave scene.
I know.
But and it's like,
But I love it. I love the microwave scene.
oh, I know, I do too. But it's just like that
Yeah,
movie is so realistic until it hits the microwave. Scene.
Yeah, I know.
It's like we're gonna stick your head in the microwave and turn it on and just
yeah,
leave you.
but come on, that's epic.
That's how it is. Like
That's
no,
epic.
they should have just like drug him behind the vehicle.
They should have just took a sledgehammer and just beat his fucking face in.
Oh, that'd been even better.
I actually want to see that. Like, you've seen that on Zombieland. I was watching Zombieland the other day, and he takes that fucking hammer and he just beats the shit out of that clown with it. The clown zombie. He just takes it and just beats his face, and then he just does it. Zombieland.
Oh,
He
yeah.
just takes it. It is like didn't it make the squeak noise when he hit the
Yeah.
when he hit the face? I was like, yes, thank you. Oh, it's a movie that Seth doesn't like either.
What?
It.
I like it.
Yeah.
Don't let it. See, there's those fucking boys. Those fucking boys.
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 Bears.
Boys.
No. No, when we were like I think in 6th grade or whatever, we went to
Everything floats down here.
yeah.
I
No,
love
we
that.
were in 6th grade.
Fourth.
Was it 4th?
Because I remember him bringing it in his bag.
Okay, it was yeah. that's what we were in 4th grade, and Boyd from Duggar, Blaine Boyd had told us
He
that
goes to the same church Spencer does, and
yeah.
he told Spencer because I went to Duggar for the first.
that he
year,
was
so
he was
Oh, I've
afraid
heard
of
this
clowns.
story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he said I was afraid of clowns. So Spencer brought it, and he was like, "Oh, Seth, look at this," and I was like, "What? It's it." What?
He was so pissed that day.
Yeah, I was pissed for the principal the fact that he told me that Blaine was talking shit. I
Oh,
was afraid
okay.
of clowns. That's why I was pissed.
Okay.
That was great though.
That's fine.
I mean, I remember.
I like it.
I
I'm
like.
not afraid of clowns.
I like it. I love it. I actually that's one of the movies I would sit down and I can watch. It's timeless to me. That's just like part 1 and 2. I don't care.
Do
if
you have a
it's
favorite Stephen King movie?
It.
Is that it?
That's it.
Okay.
That's
Do
it.
you? Do you have a favorite Stephen King movie?
Christine's up there with me though.
I mean, there's a lot of them.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
Stupid question. Did he do The Shining?
Yeah, that's his movie.
Okay, yeah, I like The Shining. I'd say that.
I mean,
Which
it depends on who you talk to. It's like, is it like Stephen King fans or are you like Kubrick's fans?
Which one? Which one was?
it's a King book, but it's a Kubrick movie. Right?
Yeah.
I think that's a great
So,
collaboration.
okay, so I like the Kubrick version.
Okay.
With,
Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson.
I know it's like some Stephen King fans are like, no.
Well, I know Stephen King did a version of it.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was.
equally as gay, but I like the Kubrick.
Okay, well, favorite Kubrick movie.
It's tough. Yeah,
Clockwork
I thought to
Orange.
say that movie too.
Yeah. It's
But-
either A Clockwork Orange or Full Metal Jacket. Those are two damn.
No,
good
alright, the
movies.
first half of Full Metal Jacket.
No, the
Yeah.
first half of Full Metal Jacket is without a doubt the best
Even-
sequence. Some of the best. Like the part like right after I think the movie starts going downhill when Gomer Pyle dies. But
No, it's like, the second part could fit in a different movie, but like,
I think you should have done that as a sequel.
It could.
you know what I
It
mean?
could really fit as a different movie.
Because it's like,
It's a different taste.
no, it's like,
It's a different movie taste.
like the whole, it's like, what most scenes are memorable is the
Boot
training
Yeah.
scenes.
It's the camp scene. It's all that, and then I mean the Me So Horny is always the remember one for me. And I mean I think if they would have, I would. How long was it? That movie was like 2.5 hours, 3 hours long.
Yeah, it's long.
God, it's just
I do like the Mickey Mouse thing when they're walking through with the flames in the background.
yeah.
And they're singing the MIC theme.
Clockwork Orange though, it's just oh my god, singing in the Rain rape scene. Wow. Just wow.
What?
Funny thing is supposed to take place in 1997.
Really?
Yeah, that's the future.
That's great.
What about 2001: Space Odyssey?
That
I like it, but it's just like boring.
it's slow. It's slow.
in
you
a
know?
more polite sense. It's slow.
But it's a great movie.
It is a great movie. I'm not
It's
gonna
a great
lie.
movie.
But it's like.
But
I don't
it's
know.
just like it's like watching paint dry in a good way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an interesting. It's like, wow, this paint's weird.
It's like
almost
it's like a
you're
new
tripping
color.
in the paint when you're watching it. You just hit some acid and you're like, wow, what's this paint doing, man?
I mean, it's like, like every time I watch it, I'm expecting Ric Flair to come out. So I'm just like, woo! It's like, oh yeah, Nature Boy.
Nature
no.
Boy.
Yeah.
This fucking old grandpa slad.
I just think, I mean, Kubrick's openings are epic. The epic to, or the opening to Clockwork Orange, where you get that like that, like that music or whatever, and it's like, and then he's like talking about me, my fellow Droogs, the milk titty fuck coming out of the, milk coming out of the
Fuck
titty.
that, dude.
I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then those two turn on him in the movie. It's like,
What's your favorite space movie? Or a movie that takes place in space? Since
ooh.
It's a good one. Takes place in space?
yeah, it's like the setting is in space. It could be like just some like Rocket Man, just because it's in
Dude,
space.
I haven't seen that movie so much. I love that movie. I love that movie so much.
Just because. Don't worry about it.
The Iron Giant. I love the Iron
It doesn't take place in space.
He was in space though for a bit.
Aliens are good movies.
It's from space.
That's what I was gonna say. Aliens too.
God, I don't have one. I honestly don't have one.
I got like 10 space movies.
I'm not gonna go the cheap. Spaceballs. That's my favorite.
Oh, Star Wars.
Star Wars is
Spaceballs.
always an epic. But that's just
No.
That's a given.
I love Spaceballs more than I love Star Wars.
Why?
Fucking Mel Brooks. I love Mel Brooks.
I like Mel Brooks too, but
Jews in space. Yeah, come on. That's just great. It's great material right
don't they
there.
have cans of air in that movie?
Yeah. Fresh air.
Yeah.
Because all their air is depleted.
Yeah.
That's just what we need. A Jewish
oh,
princess.
how about Jason X?
Oh my god.
Can we just forget you even said that just now?
God,
Nope,
that's
I can't.
I said the other day that was probably
Terrible.
one
I'm
of
gonna stamp it with terrible. Move on to the next paper.
the- That movie gets a big fat X. This is shitty. It's just.
Sorry, I'm going through all movies real quick.
And Starship Troopers.
I like Starship
The
Troopers.
first
First
Yeah.
one. Yeah. Second one. Third one. Is it MPH in the third one?
No,
What one's he in?
first one.
Oh. Well, the first one's good. I get him confused.
and what really like had a potential, but I didn't think it was all that it could have been was
He's gonna say Pandorum.
Pandora.
Yeah. I knew it. I fucking knew it. Because you're expecting it to be Dead Space.
Expecting it to be Dead Space.
And
But
it,
what Dead Space
But
really
I like
was,
the twist at the end though.
was
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah, I mean it was crazy because you didn't expect them to go to the planet.
Oh
But,
yeah.
Like what they could have done was actually miss the Thing and Pandorum, and that would have made Dead Space because that's how they got the Dead Space creatures. There's no other explanation to it. They don't just remake an idea like that. They got that from the Thing, and
How
if
about-
they would have put that in space, it would have been fucking epic.
The Thing in space.
That's what Dead Space is.
Exactly. What it is.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a thing.
Dude, it is fucking epic. It's crazy.
Kurt Russell is like that's my favorite performance in that.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, he's fucking good.
I love Escape.
Because he like
Work.
threatens to blow everyone up if he touches them. Yeah, it's like
Everybody is against everybody.
You can't beat
trust
Snake
them.
Plissken.
it's an all male cast. That's what the thing is. It's like there's no women in the entire movie.
Oh, so there's no sex scenes in there.
No,
It's
because
a completely legit movie.
yeah, it's like if you say the wrong thing, he'll blow you. He'll catch you on fire.
And like the aliens, the way that
You don't really see the aliens at all.
That's because they're single cell organisms.
Yeah. But
But
even when they mutate,
Yeah,
you
when they
barely
mutate, you can see the aliens, but they're just mimicking or trying to transform themselves. It's like Dead Space having a slower rate of transformation.
Yeah.
Not like the Seekers coming in and just fucking annihilating your frontal fucking
Yeah.
lobe there.
And it's like it's very limited to what they can do,
Yeah, I mean, it's
except for the
But
end.
it's really good.
Yeah.
It's really good.
It's like once it gets attacked, it's like you better be
Yeah,
on your.
because if you're infected, there's no stopping it. If you just get one contact, one cell can destroy you, can kill you. Because that's how it starts.
how does it spread?
It mimics one of your cells.
I don't really know how it's spreads.
It showed in the movie. Like it like
No. I'm talking about like is it. How did the other ones get infected? I could never figure that out. How did the other ones get infected?
contact
That's what I figured.
Just by touching it?
through the dog or
Oh, yeah, skin
whatever,
cells, yeah.
whatever contact
Yeah.
they had with
Damn.
the alien.
Yeah, because it's like
They had hazmat suits up the ass in the movie, didn't they?
Nope.
no
This is an
in-
older movie.
in Antarctic.
Yeah.
So it's like the freezing cold was like their enemy and their best friend at the exact same time.
It was the enemy's strong
Weakness.
point. No,
Yeah.
it was their strong point because the fire was their weakness. Because what they could do,
Oh,
they could freeze, but then they could regenerate themselves just being single-celled organisms
Yeah.
while being thawed. So if
That's-
you could freeze them and thaw them out, you could put them anywhere.
it's like
just-
there's just one scene in the movie where they're doing the blood test scene. It's just
it's cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
And it's like they draw blood from every single one of them, and Kurt Russell's character heats a wire and touches the blood, and because
the idea is, okay, being as a
Single
life form, you're like you have the flight or fight syndrome. You know, if you're gonna touch something hot, you're gonna back away from it.
Yeah.
Well, since their single-celled organism is the organism, that is the whole organism. They're say the blood is entirely infected with the organism. They're all like a unit now.
so if we cut off your arm would sprout legs and run away.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how
They work as a unit as a whole at the
That's
same
awesome.
time.
So
So when they attach the fire to the blood, it's like touching your hand. It's gonna want to save itself. It's gonna want to back away.
Yeah.
So when
Yeah.
they touch the blood with the infected, it's like and it shoots everywhere
And-
it makes a scream.
and they
I don't know how,
immediately just like burn them.
yeah,
It's
the
great.
alien knows when it's caught, so it'll transform. It they had it seen that guy transform.
And he's
when
like
it's
shaking
caught.
on the couch and catches. It's like
He turns pretty crazy. Like all of them have a
his,
different transformation.
his head splits
It's really
apart
cool.
with teeth in it. It's like, oh my.
Oh, and the
Damn.
part where the guy's like trying to defibrillate that guy, and
Yeah.
he fucking does this, and the guy's stomach opens up with teeth and fucking catches him,
And
cuts
bite-
off his arms.
Yeah, like
That's
here.
hilarious.
It's really creepy too because it happens. You don't expect it. It's just like
Yeah.
normal. It's
Because it sets up earlier in the part he's defibrillating him, and it's like all of a sudden it's like after like twice or something like that. Third time's like, oh I'm like protecting myself this time around.
Wow. That's awesome.
Then you don't know you're infected. Do they know they're infected? No.
Just until it happens.
yeah. Well, the alien would have control enough to.
It's like when they're
No.
when the alien part gets attacked. That's when they'll.
And there is no cure for it either, right?
No.
No, they just found out about it. There's no other than fire.
Even the dogs are not immune.
Anything that's an organism can be affected.
It's like they even have like flowers and don't they? Or,
That's in the thing from another planet.
no, I'm talking about like when they open up the dog part, and they could see like the little like spore looking things. It reminded me of flowers.
I'm trying to think.
It's like showing the other like how it's mimicking other species from other planets, and it had like when it's like there's a dog in there, and there's something else in there that's not human or dog like.
Oh, okay. It's showing its true form without the.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
We're talking about Flowers in the Attic.
No,
You said Flowers. I'm thinking Flowers in the Attic, my favorite all-time horror movie.
but I did like the thing. It's a good movie.
I haven't seen the thing. I need to watch it.
Another. I don't know why I thought about this, but a good movie. It's by George A. Romero. Monkey Shines. It's a
Never
good
seen
movie.
it. I'm
I've
assuming
seen
you have.
some of it.
It has the best monkey death scene.
Oh yeah, because the dude in a wheelchair,
seen it.
right?
And he bites the monkey, and he's like, for 5 minutes, he's like, "Arr, arr, 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 arr." For 5 minutes, he's fucking twisting this monkey around, and then he throws him, and the monkey dies. It's so funny. Like, she actually linked me on YouTube with it one time on Facebook. It's just like that clip. He's like, "Arr, arr, arr, arr."
Yes. That's pretty funny.
Oh, it's great, dude. I laugh for hours.
Yeah. That's pretty hilarious.
Not hours, but
Well, yeah, I know.
Are you ready for the new Thing movie?
new thing movie.
Yeah. You know how they have the Norwegian base when they go see it? It actually shows you what happens at the Norwegian base.
Okay, that's cool. With the Swedish people.
And so I'm still trying to figure out how the movie's going to end.
Yeah,
It's like, is it going to end with them taking off after the dog?
I would assume.
It's like, then you'd have to. Then I would like to see that, and then just pop in the next movie right after. It's like,
Lesser quality, but still good. Still ties in.
and they said they're going to actually have practical effects in that movie.
That's cool.
That's what I read. So
That's cool. And see, like, the thing from Another Planet is pretty much like it's mixing what it's like. I don't know. It's weird because it's mixing what the newer one had, because the Norwegian people did what they found on the thing from Another Planet, but they were Americans in the thing from Another Planet, which is a weird thing.
Gotcha.
you just need to watch this good, and it's like,
Well, I know. You'd be hyped up for it, you know? It's like,
There's
it's either that or a boy and his dog, and it's like, oh,
They're both fucking good.
oh, you know? It's like, damn. You know, then, but I'm always busy and I got stuff to do.
Yeah. Apparently, the person who just texted me, I'm weak because I guess we're already going to bed at 2 o'clock.
Was that what you said?
That's what he said.
so he's not coming.
He is.
Oh, well,
That's what he said before. I was like, well, just come over.
why do you say you're a week?
Because I'm not on top of my game, because I'm getting tired at 2 o'clock. Sorry, I have to get up at 6 o'clock every day for school and work.
Yeah, I know, right? I had to get up at like 5:30 today. Sorry, Jerry Marge.
Well, it's like,
Forgot. You're not supposed to say his name on here.
I told you could sneak one in. What about?
What?
I can't even think of a question anymore. You took it. Like, people are like,
Oh, what do you think about sex, Seth?
the trials and tribulations.
I love making jokes about it, but I would never do it. And it shocks everybody when I tell them that too.
How does it make you feel, Ashley?
I'm glad.
Relieved.
That is terrific.
Bitch pisses me off though. Wait till we're getting all hot and bothered. I'll stick it right in her pooter. Her pooper. There we go.
That's terrific.
I'll diddle in her pooper.
All right, well,
What? One more question.
one more question?
Yeah.
What?
I'm trying to think. That's when I can't think of one. But I want to ask another question.
Well, if you want to ask another question, why do you think of another question? Since they're asking me to do another question.
Well, we're talking about another question, so thank you. Eventually.
All right. What question do you have for us?
Yeah, there we go.
How do you-
Fine, I got one. What's your favorite movie soundtrack? You know, like the score, or like mine is The Social Network, because it's Reznor. It can be Sucker Punch or The Goblin, you know, from Dawn of the Dead, or
Sucker Punch, you can't have that one.
Goblin is good.
yeah, I like the Goblin.
Because it does do. That's how I found out about Lucio Fulci's film,
Yeah.
because they did the soundtrack to all those movies.
I think the soundtrack to Trick or Treat's badass.
Oh, yeah.
That's a badass movie.
And then,
I can't really think of one right now. I know there's some really good ones out there.
I like all the Tarantino.
Detroit Rock City.
That's fair enough. All right.
It's a good.
No, let's put it this way. Not the literal soundtrack that they made for it. I hated it. It was fucking stupid and terrible.
What do you
But
mean?
Just the literal CD that they made.
Oh, so you like the movie soundtrack within
Yes.
the movie? Okay,
Not the literal one that they made, because it's gay as fuck.
because they left some songs off.
Dude,
or-
and they didn't even do Cat Scratch Fever by Ted Nugent. They did it by Pantera.
Oh yeah, they added like the cover.
Fuck that shit.
I hate when they do
I
that.
was pissed. They
No,
didn't have half
I
the songs
don't like
on there.
Pantera.
I don't either. I thought it was fucking gay.
Not really a big fan of Pantera.
Why?
Fucking gay.
Because of that right there. I don't need a reason. All right. Now, like I said, if you have a question for us, feel free to ask it.
Oh, I know exactly what question I'm gonna ask you. What is your take on the Resident Evil series, movies?
Oh, he asked me this.
Movies?
Yeah, the movies. Okay, we have our own discussion. Like, what's yours?
Alright. Let's see. Alright, when I have
You
my
can break them
first-
down if you want.
When I have my I'll go from day one. When I had my first expectations, the first one, I was really hoping it'd be just like Resident Evil 1, with the mansion and everything.
Both of us was. At
Lo and
least I
behold,
was.
I was very disappointed in the fact that it wasn't like that. But I did like how they kind of mixed it on the first one. After the first one, I hated them all. They were disappointing and everything. I did, however, enjoy Afterlife just for CGI effect, even though it had nothing to do with the story, because I'm
I'm so disappointed that I'm used to it now. So I'm actually starting to enjoy it through Afterlife and on.
They should have just dropped the Resident Evil name.
Exactly.
They should have called it Biohazard. You know.
There you go.
And then
they literally should have called it Biohazard.
because it seems more of a Biohazard movie than a Resident Evil.
I just
movie.
think if you're gonna put the characters that are from
That's a Japan name, right?
If you're gonna put the characters from the game in, I think the characters that you're putting in there should be exactly the same.
Oh, they could resemble the characters from Resident Evil. It's like
Yeah, well, like if you put
Okay.
Biohazard name, but like
Let me tell you this: Jill does not have fucking black hair. That pissed me off. Because she has black hair in the movie, and she's
Oh,
a
in the
total
second one.
bitch. She's not a bitch.
Yeah.
in the game.
and she's in the first one, anyways.
Jill.
Isn't she in the first game?
Yeah.
Yeah. See that?
yeah, she's the main character. She is a prominent character, and then, like I don't remember seeing her in the third one.
She's
She's not in the third one.
wait, movie or game?
No, she's not in Afterlife, but she's in. She's not in Extinction, but Afterlife.
She's in Afterlife. Does she die?
She's in Afterlife.
Yeah, because alright, you know, like the scene after.
The same Jill.
Yeah, she has the thing on her chest,
Oh, okay, yeah, because they're trying to do.
and she has blonde hair.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Does she have blonde hair? In that
yeah,
shit?
she has blonde hair in
But
that.
in 3 or on 2, Resident Evil 2, whatever it was called,
Apocalypse.
Apocalypse, she had black hair,
She does.
What color is her hair?
blonde,
Blonde. Okay.
blondish.
Okay. Well, in the Afterlife, it's like full blown blonde.
Well, they probably got that look from Nemesis, where you could make a case for it being black. You know what I mean?
It's
On
brown.
Nemesis.
It's actually like a. I remember the case. It's like
Yeah.
a very
It's burgundy.
very lightly tinted red brown.
Yeah.
See, like if they could do like the Cube. Have you ever seen that movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, if they can do that, just put it in a mansion.
Yeah.
See, in the, like Moonlight
I-
Sonata and all that crap, and it's like
Yeah,
it'd be
they
perfect.
could have made that movie so much better.
And even if it like simpled or better, you know, the first time you meet a zombie, it's like when you go through that hallway and it's eating the little thing on the floor.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, that was.
That'd been a really cool epic moment, but it's like there's not.
Oh, I love
one.
that. That's an epic moment. That's actually one of my favorite zombie moments. Where that zombie just.
Yep.
Resident Evil remake though.
The
Yeah,
director's
the
cut.
remake, of course.
Where he
Yes.
turns his head and you're like,
That was fucking awesome.
oh, you son of a bitch.
And
It's
they're
on.
creepy as fuck on that one too, especially when you get the mutated ones.
Is there
The one you have to burn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
crows and all that good stuff?
God, that sucked. Those first ones were creepy as fuck.
See, there's no alligator. I would like to see an alligator in it in the movies.
Yeah, because
Oh,
Second
I'd
one.
like to see him use acid rounds.
yeah, me too.
Not even the ammo. You know, even the
Isn't
simple
there
stuff.
sharks in remake?
Yeah, the GameCube version.
Yeah, there's
Neptune.
sharks, right?
Actually,
yeah.
I think there are ones in.
In the
I don't
original.
know. There's
Where's the giant
I
spider?
think there is. The original one there is. There's sharks, but it's like not even what it was on remake.
Where's the giant spider and where's the giant snake?
Giant snakes in there. Oh, not on the movies. Sorry.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the movies?
Yeah, the movie.
Okay. All right.
None of them are in there.
No.
None of them.
Not yet.
there's no really creatures in the movie except for the executioner from 5 and
Parasites.
Don't say it.
what?
Because if you say number 2 has Nemesis in it, it does not. It has Nemesis' gay brother. Feminist.
Famous? Yeah,
The
well,
feminist.
I'm just saying characters. I'm not like in general. Not like
Didn't they have Tyrant and
yeah. It's third one.
third one they had Tyrant in there?
Wait, which part?
At the very end when he fights like one of the main doctors, he's injected himself.
Wait, which
or he
one
bites
is it?
himself.
Which one is it called?
Extinction.
Extinction. I can't remember.
It's
When
like
she finds like the thousands of her clones.
yeah, and she's finally when actually battled the tyrant in the mansion.
I can't remember.
Mansion.
It's been so long since I've seen. I've been so disappointed.
Yeah.
The most recent one I seen was Afterlife.
Yeah, but I think the disappointing one for me was 2. 1 I can forgive because I understand that when you have to make a movie, you couldn't do the whole damn thing in the mansion. You know,
Yeah, you could.
you could
I
have.
think you could. It would have been more like an oldie type, like A Boy and His Dog. That was more of like a silent, like just like a kind of carry on kind of film. That's for like somebody who's in doubt in their movies, and I think they should have made it like that rather than just trying to get the popularity of a fucking
See,
action
like
film.
they could totally do Resident Evil in the house because they did the House on a Haunted Hill
Well, if they
and all
could
that good stuff.
just pick up on the story. You know what I mean? Don't start the story. Just pick up in the middle of the story. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to sit there. I mean, you could do the whole running to the mansion for help, and then after that, just let it go. You know, kind of like how the actual game started, but I mean, the game started with like, oh, what the hell is going on? You know what I mean? But I think if you drop like, oh, what the hell's going on? I mean, you know what's going on, but you know,
Like a cold open.
yeah, it's just like what the hell? Kind of like how Sucker Punch was. You know what I mean? It's just like, what?
With the curtains. Kind
Yeah.
Like, now this is a brothel? I thought it was
Yeah, it's
insane.
like, what the
Where'd the
fuck?
color come from?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh wow. But I think you could do that. But number 2 was the most disappointing one because number 2 they had promised you Nemesis, Jill, and Carlos, and
Does Carlos die in any of the games?
no, he doesn't.
You don't see him after 3.
Yeah, the fact that
He's
he
only
died,
in 3 and you don't see him.
the fact that he died after
In Extinction.
in
And
3.
maybe that's why you don't see him after 3.
No, like, you know, they just don't really tell you what happened to him. You know.
And I'm talking about the movies.
Oh.
You don't see him after 3 because he died.
Well, yeah. No, but no, it was just shitty. You know, they should have put Steve Burnside in there.
They're making
oh,
no. Leon's supposed to be in the next one.
No.
Oh my god.
Don't
that's gonna be
touch
so
Leon.
terrible.
Don't touch Leon.
I'm not gonna touch him.
They got to because he's the most requested character of the whole thing. Is Leon.
Of course he is. He is the best character in the Resident Evil series by far.
See, this is when they should start with the biohazard. Just
This is when
give
they should-
Leon his own movie.
This is when they should just do Resident Evil 4 the movie. You know what I mean? If they did a movie on that, I'd watch it. You could do that one well. You could make that one just awesome. If they
But you know what? They did make one good Resident Evil movie.
What?
The Generation.
Oh, the CG one.
Yeah.
It was good because
Because
they,
it was-
they actually had zombies and they actually had the same looking fucking characters.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I mean, it would, but they had the characters.
Oh,
Who,
they had the liquors. I forgot about that other picture.
Yeah, they had the characters who actually, you know, you could. You know, oh, that's the character, you know. Like if they did that with if they did that with Jill. On the second one, you could be like, all right, that's Jill Valentine. You know what I mean? Like they could have made her look like her. She had the body figure. You know what I mean? And then if they just would have got her hair right, if they would have made sure she wasn't a bitch, made sure she was more the heroic type, but they had to give her the bitch role because Alice is the heroic type. And who the fuck is Alice?
Maria Jovovich or whatever.
God, no. I know who it is. I'm just wanting to know who the fuck is that in my Resident Evil story. You tell
Alice.
me where we made a superhuman being out of the T-virus
Nemesis.
that was actually a human.
Okay. Like, take human form.
Yeah. And it's just like, are you serious? Wow.
But that's what I liked about Afterlife. It's like they kind of started over. Like they're actually kind of distancing themselves from that.
Yeah, but making thousands of clones?
No, they took away her powers.
Oh, that's great.
Then, like in the beginning of the movie, they took her powers away.
Yeah, that's like the start of every Metroid game.
But that's what I like. That's what I liked about Afterlife. Is like
Yeah,
they made her less powerful. Like they just took it away.
They made her too powerful, and the fact that Nemesis cried in that second one.
He did not cry.
Yeah, he did.
Nah.
That
There's
was a
no
tear.
there's no tears. No.
Was
nothing.
was there a tear there?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah,
There's
He
no way.
whined like a little bitch.
Yeah.
I agree with that, but there's no tears.
His eye watered.
He got all glassy.
Oh. And he had memories. Oh. Oh my gosh. Like when you first see him and he's like stars, you're like, yes, yes. And you see him and he's got that rocket launcher and he's got that gigantic gun. You're like,
But I didn't like he was slow.
yeah, 'cause he's fast. That fucker's
Dude,
quick.
he's fucking. He should play for a football team. He could be the whole team.
Yeah.
I'm not even
Him and
dude.
Jason. I want to see him and Jason in a race. Yeah.
Yeah, because Jason's quick.
He,
Oh, I
he
love it.
teleports.
In
Yeah.
the remake, that Friday the 13th.
Oh, that
remake,
one, yeah, because he's more fast on foot
They
than.
made him run, and when he used the bow, damn, that was good.
What bow?
He used the bow in that.
What? Explain.
Bow
I
and
don't.
arrow.
I don't remember the movie.
Fucking leg, I think.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. And then
But he's always been able to use that kind of stuff.
yeah, but they really made him out to be, you know, more like.
Have you not seen have you seen all of them?
I haven't seen all of them.
Okay, well, he knows how to do everything. Except he just
Yeah,
looks
but
ugly.
this one was really just a great one. It's like you
He's used
you
to-
don't- you
he's-
don't fuck around my leg, motherfucker.
He's used a bow in like 2.
Not as effective as did that.
Yeah, he did. He actually used a harpoon gun. It's like this girl's like in the middle of the lake. It's like, come on, and she just shot him like from like just like not even looking down the sight, just kind of shot and just like, shot her
I
right in the
think
head.
they should have just because Nemesis really is a Jason without a mask. You know what I mean?
Just
Just
I think he's less ugly than Jason.
pure, relentless killing machine. He's after one thing: stars members. And I think it would I think it would have been awesome had him and Jill have a showdown. You know what I mean? Like that's who should have killed Nemesis. Was Jill? Should it not have been?
The airplane.
Huh?
The airplane.
Either that or with
Nobody killed Nemesis. Killed himself
because he's a bitch.
because he shot the helicopter and landed on him.
He shouldn't have been such a bitch. I think you should have Jill just put one last final bullet in his fucking temple. And that, I mean,
Actually, we might get to see Jill versus Alice. I like just Jill just.
oh, I said you, Leon. They can't bring the other characters in there. You know what I mean? Leon has to be done separately.
I didn't like how they did Chris though.
I haven't seen Afterlife and knowing the fact.
Did anybody?
Oh, I like Mike Epps and his character.
He dies. Mike Epps, black dude from the second one. He has the 2 golden guns.
Does he die in the third one?
It actually does pretty decently, you know. Like,
Yeah. Then they have Johnny Cage in the third one. I thought that was awesome.
That's what they get here.
2 hours
Seriously, it's been 2 hours.
since we started this.
Yeah.
And I had to take a shower.
Oh, he had to take a shower.
So he didn't take a shower as soon as he got home.
No, he had to play with his dong. With Jaren. Him and those two were playing with their dongs.
Zing.
Dongs.
Yeah, see.
Okay, final thoughts.
I don't think Jared and Jaren should play with their ding dongs anymore.
Final thoughts.
Mine? Seriously?
Yeah, just on overall
On
conversation
anything?
tonight. It's like,
Oh, thank you for
What?
viewing our videos. We are showing up on Google now. We are slowly taking over the earth. I appreciate it.
slowly taking over you.
Yeah.
It's like, do you have any goals after this one? Since we've actually talked about it quite a bit.
Yeah, I want to do the fucking DBZ dedicated podcast.
We will, as soon as I finish.
You need to finish those seasons because I want to do the DBZ only podcast
Yeah.
and the live podcast coming straight from the dungeon.
Okay. Well, my,
Actually, I would like to be involved in that if that's okay.
Yeah.
The DBZ podcast.
Both of them.
Yeah.
it's like then my is watch The Thing again and A Boy and His Dog. Alright, is that the name of the title?
Yeah.
That's about my goals.
And you gotta check out Zombie too.
Oh yeah, again, I want to rewatch it.
And you gotta type in Lucio Fulci, and I think it's called The Beyond. That's the other movie.
Oh yeah, because you told me like something with a gun or whatever.
I don't know.
You let me
fucked
borrow
up.
it, yeah.
It's about like demons and fucking the gateways of hell and shit. It's cool.
All right. What's your final thoughts?
I really enjoyed talking with you guys. It was fun discussing your points, and I'd like to do this more often. I really would.
This one would be up Tuesday because tomorrow I don't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
Then Sunday I'm busy. Then Monday is
Monday's recovery day from Sunday because Sunday's WrestleMania.
And to all you viewers out there, I'm glad to see that you guys are actually like picking up on this, putting it on your websites. It's pretty fucking cool. Keep it up, and just stay tuned. I'm sure there'll be a lot more good shit coming. Hopefully, I'll be able to join these guys, these wonderful gentlemen,
Stay classy, America. Stay classy.
classic.
and use your lube when you butt sex.
Yeah.
It gets pretty nasty down there,
It's pretty classy.
especially when you come out and there's a fucking green bean stuck on your dick.
Well, I think that's the best closer yet.
What?
A green bean stuck on your dick.
Oh,
Better than a chunk of corn.
Are
It
you
is
okay?
better than a chunk of corn. I think
Yeah.
green bean's grosser than a chunk of corn. And grosser is better.
groceries, baby.
All right, you can end it with the word you want to end it with. Here you go. Here you go.
Good night.